One of the reasons I wrote a book was to bring awareness and funding to nonprofits to support causes that I believe in. One of these is Gold House, a nonprofit that was founded by Bing Chan to fight for more authentic multicultural representation and socioeconomic equity, particularly in the media sector. I've supported Bing throughout the years, and I'm so proud of all the great work that he and Gold House have accomplished in a relatively short amount of time. He was kind enough to endorse my book and highlight those nuggets that he especially liked in the following video. If you're interested in supporting Gold House's mission, you can donate to them directly at goldhouse.org. All the best.
I love Dave Liu's Way of the Wall Street Warrior book because it actually reminded me of Cialdini's iconic book on influence, on how to successfully persuade others. It's incredibly memorable and digestible and devoid of obnoxious acronyms that will elicit eye rolls in the office space, and instead just replaces them with concepts and analogs that are actually familiar and actually relevant. I had so many favorite lessons. I'd say one is I love how he leveraged pop culture that I personally am a fan of, from The Matrix to The Sinister Six. For instance, one section he says we have to be the great holy trinity. We have to have the brains of Albert Einstein, the stamina of Optimus Prime, and the persistence of Wile E. Coyote. Second is I also love this lesson on how do we successfully navigate organizations. I remember at Google, one of the best lessons that we organically learned that Dave articulates really succinctly is, what is the org chart, and then what is the shadow org chart, aka the real org chart. Another one of his lessons is, who is your master's actual master? Because we all report to someone. And I remember back in the day, especially in my 20s as I was growing sort of corporate, how important it was to understand that as well, because all of us are not just reporting to someone, we also are trying to appease someone else. And so the faster we can learn their motivations, the more likely we are also to rise with them, or at least create work that's appeasing to them. The next lesson that I really loved was just about general corporate resilience. He leverages proven concepts from psychology, such as recency bias, where you can't really lament a lot of what happens in between. You have to really focus on what happens initially, primacy, and then what happens at the end, which is recency. It's really the beginning and end that people remember. I also love how he recommends different negotiation tactics, such as instead of saying no, you should say yes, but. And then the final piece that I love about just corporate resilience was that grit and longevity are actually the keys to winning. Said another way, the person who actually lasts and endures is indeed the person who comes out on top. And then the final piece that I love the most, because it reminds me of one of my favorite literary lessons, is that it's never too late to remake yourself into something new. Said another way, it's never too late to be who you might have been. And so I can't recommend enough my friend Dave Liu, and really mentor Dave Liu, and now I suppose business partner Dave Liu's book, The Way of the Wall Street Warrior. It's not just for those who are on Wall Street, not really just those who are in corporations either, but really invariably anyone who interacts with anyone in a professional or even personal capacity, which is of course all of us.